Hey, it's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church with the Proverbs Practical. Thanks for watching. This proverb reminds us of the values that really matter in life. We're in Proverbs 28, verse 6. It says, "Better is the poor that walks in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich." So this verse could be an application of the previous verse. The last verse told us that those who seek God have good judgment. That's because God's judgment is often different than man's judgment, and God's judgment is superior. Often humans think of people as being better or better off because of their circumstances or their possessions. But the Bible is clear that people are better, not because of their conditions, but because of their character. There are so many who aspire to be wealthy. We need more people who aspire to have integrity. So this proverb opens with the same statement as Proverbs 19:1, and the thought is very similar. Having integrity, doing what is right no matter what the circumstances, is better than any amount of money that a person could have. And really, if uprightness is grounded in faith, the eternal reward will be greater and longer lasting than any riches a person could accrue in this life. Of course, this isn't saying that all poor people have integrity. Sometimes poverty is a product of bad decisions. However, there are people who sacrifice financial advantage for doing what is right. There are some in poverty because oppression or terrible circumstances landed them there who are committed to doing what's right, and they are better than someone who is rich but not committed to doing what is right. The contrast in this verse is to a person who has loads of money but not so much integrity. The idea of the phrase perverse in his ways seems to have the idea that he's got two ways. He's perhaps the double-minded man of James. He seems to be someone who professes to be following one path or wants people to think he's following one path, but in reality he's trying to follow another. In other words, he wants to do wrong, but he wants people to think that he's doing right. Or perhaps he's divided in his own loyalties and he wants to do right and he wants to do wrong, but he never commits to turning from what is wrong to doing what is right. So his whole life is spent either in deception, trying to fool people about what he's doing and how he's living, or it's spent waffling back and forth between right and wrong. A life of deception or flexible ethics might make you money. There have been plenty of con artists who swindled people, or those who convinced people to buy into them thinking that they were moral or would do what is best or would lead to their best interests. There's been plenty of people who started off looking good but ended up compromising on their morals and convictions because of the pressures and difficulties of life or office. There have been many politicians or leaders who had people fooled about what they were really doing. How many scandals have we seen? Eventually, it usually catches up with them. And that's kind of the point. The money they have won't last forever, but their soul will. Eventually, it almost always comes out, and the ill-gotten gains are lost, the reputation is destroyed, the eternal reward is forfeited. So it's better to do what is right with a little than it is to do what is wrong for a lot or even with a lot. When we look at our resources or our numbers, let's be more committed to uprightness, to integrity, than we are to prosperity, comfort, victory, or status. Ultimately, in God's assessment, the assessment that matters, the upright walk is better than any earthly possession. I hope this video is a help to you. If so, give it a like. If you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more content from the Scriptures. Until next time, I hope you stay well and choose right over profit.